We've been around for 25 years next year. If anyone's a bit of a whiz with their social media, I'm sure you may have noticed little sneak peeks. So you may have noticed little sneak peeks of the new logo. So if everyone looks up now, you will see the plane just coming overhead. So I can hear it now, so it must be very close. So like I said, they're going to throw the woodies. And then when they're falling, the JM and the plane will be circling around the sky. So being an Antonov, it's quite a slow aircraft, so as you can imagine, it's going to be rather slow, circling to the height they're going to be jumping at. So you can see the two woodies, or the wind drift indicators, floating down. So they're quite hard to see. So as you can imagine, the JM will need a keen sense of sight to be able to follow these, because it is not easy as the plane's permanently moving, and so are the woodies.
No, you know what I mean. It's windy as I thought. I guess we're getting an uplift now.
So let me talk a little bit about our sponsors, because without those, we will not be able to operate as a team. So we are very reliant on our sponsors, and they help us out a great deal. So what we got first of all is P&O Cruises. So they supply us with income every year. So this is a huge help, because it helps with our team training, our kit maintenance, and everything else. So I don't really need to explain who they are, because it's a huge company and they have an amazing cruise ships all around the world. We've then got Grant and Green tax-free car sales. So these are based out in Germany. So they supply us with our vehicle and our trailer that you may see driving around. They've also been generous enough to supply us with 2 canopies. And they've also given us a wingsuit. So they've done a lot for the team. We then got Enola Gay. So they are the ones who provide our smoke that you will see coming off the back of the parachutists. Enola Gay generally specialise in paintball and airsoft. So if you have any avid paintballers or airsofters around, please look up Enola Gay, or Third Light as they are otherwise called, and you may be able to get some amazing smoke from them. We've then got Oakley Blue Water. So this is a franchise in Bluewater. I don't need to explain who Oakley are, but they provide us with sunglasses and other bits of clothing that you may see us wearing. We then got Motivate, who embroidered those clothes. So they're based up in Sunderland, but they do deliver all around the world. And they also have a link which sells some Tigers merchandise. So if you want to go on their website, which is motivate.co.uk, you can check out that website, and there's a tab for the Tigers where you can buy merchandise from the team. We have DFDS, because where we're based out in Germany, we have to travel back to the UK every single weekend. So I'm sure you can all imagine that is very costly. So they provide us with 3 ferry crossings, which is a huge help to the entire team. We have a company called See It Do It. So this is the company up in Sunderland who deal with all the media up there. So they've been kind enough to provide us with income every year. And last, we've also got a company called Cyprus. So if you've got any skydivers out there, you would have heard of these, but they make the best AADs in the world. So these are little computers on your back of your parachute, and they tell you if you're going too fast, too low. So if something goes wrong, these little devices can and will save your life. So extremely important, and Cyprus being the best company of ADs out there. We're also sponsored by a company called Luminox. So these make watches, but not just any watches. They specialize in special forces in America mostly. So you will see and hear of a lot of Navy SEALs or Delta wearing and relying upon these watches. So they deal and sell some amazing watches and very clever ones too. And lastly, we've got a company called Cookie. So once again, if there's any keen parachutists out there, they don't sell cookies that you eat. They sell helmets. Strange company for a name, strange name for a company, but it works. And they do some of the best helmets in the business. So they do. So they are a very good company.
When you go out to be, one of you goes low.
So what you're going to be witnessing today is you're going to see one free faller falling out of the plane and travelling at 120 miles an hour towards the ground before his parachute opens. And here he comes now, on his way down. So if you see that parachute's open, look, follow down, and there's a little black dot falling 120 miles an hour with smoke behind him. And there he is, opened up. So what he's going to do is come into the ground as quick and as safely as he can, making a spectacle with flags flying and smoke trailing. If you look above him, you can see crew. So what this is canopy formations. So what they do is use the very parachutes you rely on to get you down safely, and they crash into with each other. This goes against everything you're taught in parachutists, because you learn to stay away from them and not to touch them, and crew tells you to do the complete opposite. So here comes the first guy. He's going to make his way into landing by doing what is called a setup. So this is Private Leon Nance. He is the newest guy on the team. This is his first season and his first time jumping at airborne. Oh, shit. Some of you, if you was here, would have seen him last year. He was on the ground helping us out. this year is jumping in. I want a massive round of applause for him. If everyone looks up again, we've got the crew guys. So they're doing what is called a by-hand. So this is 2 parachutes, and they're linked by the waist. And the guy behind him with the smoke is filming. So if any of you can see the screens scattered all around Bournemouth, you'll be able to see them doing it on what we have very new this year at Bournemouth, is live feed. So there you go, transitioning into the downplane. So they're reaching up to 60 miles an hour under a parachute. And there they have, split. So in United flag parachute is Corporal Frank Millerick. He is the team leader and the most experienced guy on the team. And he's trailing the Bournemouth Airport flag. So here he comes into land. Above him, we've got newly promoted Lance Corporal Jake Manwaring, and he's trailing the regimental flag. So once again, as they come into land, I want a huge round of applause. And lastly, but not least, we've got newly promoted Lance Corporal William Forbes. He was the cameraman for today, and he's the one that you saw filming on the TV. So as everyone safely landed, I'm going to hand you back over. Thank you very much. You've been watching the Princess Suarez's Royal Regiment Freefall Parachute Display Team, the Tigers.
Well, thank you very much indeed, Private James Bridle there, really superb. And taking the salute today of the Tigers is the competition winner, Julie Burton, and her husband. So well done, Julie. Thanks very much indeed for that. Well, we all hope you've had a super afternoon. It's been a really, really good time for us. Thank you all so much. And I see we're back with you now, and I hope you've enjoyed our chit-chat during the course of the afternoon. The Tigers, by the way, down on the parachute scene down on the beach there, they'll hopefully come up into the crowd and have a good chat, so you get an opportunity to get to know them as well and learn a little bit more about that. It's been a great afternoon. Andy, high spots for you?
Well, I've loved the poignancy of the historic flights. So the flying through the years, everything from the Swordfish and the Navy Historic, the BBMF and the RAF Historic, and of course the Sally B. Great to see her flying. All funded by charitable donations, all charities in themselves, needing all of our support to see them flying here in the beautiful Bournemouth surroundings. And
absolutely, you'll hear more of that from me now. But we're going to take a break. We're going live back with aircraft at around about 8:15 this evening. But I see Bryn ready there. Bryn, I hope you're not getting too much of a sand tan there. How are you getting on?
Do you know, I think I am getting a bit of a tan, but I don't mind. It's been a brilliant day. I mean, the commentary from you guys is phenomenal. I love the blades, I have to say. And that parachute, I mean, having that camera on the guy's head, that was incredible, wasn't it? I loved it.
Yeah, absolutely superb. Well, it's great to have you on board, Bryn, and I hope you can be with us for a few years to come yet. Yeah. And enjoy yourself. OK, well, it's your turn to earn your pennies now. Over to you.
Thank you very much. Thanks very much to George and Andy. They'll be back tomorrow for more commentary from the early afternoon. We'll be back in just a second, so don't go anywhere.
Bournemouth Air Festival TV. Brought to you by the Royal Navy and You Drive Vehicle Hire.
Well, I'll tell you what George just said as he left his commentary area. He said, right, get the cocktails ready. I'll be coming down in just a second. We've got cocktails coming up here a little bit later on. But I want to turn the attention to what's happening on the ground now. Well, at 6 o'clock on East Overcliffe, the RAF Queen's Colour Squadron, they're going to be there. Then at 6:15 in the same area, we have the unarmed combat display with the Royal Marines. That's a fantastic display. Make sure you head up to the East Overcliffe area. Then 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock, we have got Lower Gardens Entertainment, including a live band, the band of the Army Air Corps. They're going to be here. 7 till 10, we have the band Collingwood, the Collingwood band. They're going to be here, the brass band. They're going to be kicking off. They're going to be playing some beautiful things for us. We'll give you more details of what happens on the main stage, though, because on the Bournemouth stage, the Wet Bandits are going to be performing. The Wet Bandits, they're a tribute act, performing music from the Beatles all the way through to the Arctic Monkeys. So they're going to be on the main stage from 8 until close, which is at 10 o'clock. Back in the air, though, as George was saying, there is more action. Otto Helicopter and Firefly's Aerobatic Display Team, 8:25. We have the Aerosparks Aerobatic Display Team at 8:40, and then at 9 o'clock, the Red Devils Parachute Display Team are going to be doing a similar thing to the Tigers, but there's more of them. It's absolutely incredible. And then the Boscombe Wave stage, the Boscombe Wave 105 stage, you'll find spectacular music performed by, it's the music of Her Majesty's Royal Marines from Collingwood. That's the one we were looking at earlier on. Now, competition-wise, let's turn our attention to that. If you've got Twitter, then you can always send a tweet to us using the hashtag BAFTVAviation. We have 2 of these competitions where you could win a family ticket to the Bournemouth Aviation Museum. A family ticket, not just one person, but a whole family, off to the Bournemouth Aviation Museum, like I say. All you have to do is take a photograph. Take a photograph of what is what you might be asking. Well, just to take a nice picture from the weekend. It could be anything. It could be a sandcastle. It could be an aeroplane. Whatever it is, send a picture in using the hashtag BAFTVAviation. And the best picture will be picked up on Sunday, and the winner's going to win that family ticket to the Bournemouth Aviation Museum. Remember, all your pictures have a chance of featuring on the Bournemouth Air Festival TV and the social media as well, so you might find it there. We're going to pick the winner, as I say, on Sunday, and we'll let you know, and you could be going off for a family trip to the Aviation Museum in Bournemouth, which is, I think, a fantastic, fantastic prize. Now, talking about Twitter, if you want to get in touch and follow us here on the Air Festival TV, here's how you do it. @AirFestTV, that's the place to go. @AirFestTV on Twitter, using the hashtag BMTHAirFest. Hashtag BMTHAirFest. Now, we've had some tweets in, so we have a look at some of our tweets and messages. Deep South Media say, great excitement in our office as the planes fly over at Bournemouth Air Fest. Bournemouth Echo, there you go. So they've got a great view as the planes go over from them. Who else has written? Well, MH Glenegan, that's a very exciting name, isn't it? They've got in touch. Working on the 5th floor isn't bad with the Bournemouth Air Fest on. Red Arrows, it was a great display from the Red Arrows. Absolutely phenomenal as always. Dorset Police, hope you've had the chance to have a chat with Dorset Police officers or event staff at the Bournemouth Air Festival. I haven't just yet, but maybe we should get Georgia down there at some stage to have a chat with Dorset Police, who are, as always, doing a brilliant, brilliant job here on the seafront for what is going to be a phenomenally busy weekend. Over 1 million people expected to descend on us here in Bournemouth. We're going to disappear just for a few minutes, but don't go anywhere, because here's a few messages from some of our sponsors.
This is Bournemouth Air Festival TV.